Over the last few weeks, we have covered at length the crisis that is period poverty here in South Africa. Stats show that 1 in 3 schoolgirls are missing up to 50 school days a year simply because they cannot afford sanitary products. That is unacceptable. And this morning, I am delighted to have 2 incredible young women joining us who are showing South Africa how Mina is changing this narrative and helping to keep our girls in school. I'm joined by 20-year-old Khomotso Shibane, who is a student that has been using Mina for 5 years now. And I'm also joined by the incredible Sinalo Matwa, who is an 18-year-old living with spinal muscular atrophy and is dedicating her time to empowering young women through the Mina Foundation. Massive boxes ticked. So good to be connecting with both of you. How are you, ladies?
Fine, thanks. And yourself?
We're good, thank you.
I'm really good. All the better for connecting with 2 incredible human beings this morning. So thank you so much for joining us. And joining what I'm going to call has become a movement, thankfully. Now, Khomotso, I'll start with you. Maybe you can tell us a bit about who you are, first of all, and how did you meet Mina?
I would like to consider myself a Mina champion. I started this journey with Mina 5 years ago when I was in grade 9. And I have to say, it has been one of the most empowering journeys that I have ever been on. Not only changing the period dynamics in my life, but also a confidence boost and exposing me to so much more of the world.
My short journey with Mina has opened my eyes as a father to a daughter, as a partner, as a son, as a brother. These are conversations that we need men to be having, and I'm so glad that you're engaging with me today. It is such a proud message to be spreading. Sinalo, I'm going to move to you. What does a day in your life look like, especially as a young girl in school that is having to live with spinal muscular atrophy?
My official day starts at 5 o'clock when my wonderful mother wakes me up. She brings my breakfast to bed, and then she helps me with my morning routine, getting ready for school. So a day in my life, it's filled with lots of extra work. I'd like to say that I work 10 times more than a normal body person, especially because I have to take my time through things. I mustn't tire myself, otherwise my muscle will deteriorate very quickly, and I don't want that to happen.
I've got to ask both of you about Mina and how something as simple as a menstrual cup has changed both of your lives. Maybe, Sonola, let's start with you.
I live with spinal muscular atrophy, which is a genetic disease that over the years will make me lose my muscle strength. With obviously being a teenage girl, getting my period, I've always had a challenge of going to physio when I have my period. So I found Mina, and she has been my best friend. I can now do my floor exercises, do whatever I want with comfort, because I know nothing embarrassing will happen.
And I know this is a narrative, a journey that's shared by so many young women and girls across the country. So I'm so glad that you're brave enough to be talking about this now, because there are a lot of girls who can relate right now. Khomotso, you spoke about your period dynamic changing quite dramatically. How has Mina changed your life?
Well, firstly, I have to give kudos to Sinalo. I can't imagine what it's like living like that. I mean, I'm an able-bodied person, and my periods drain the living daylights out of me. And Mina has helped me along that journey drastically. I used to have the worst period cramps, and in school, I was in a very small school. So being in a small school means everybody knows you. So the last thing you need is to have a leakage. So I have had I actually don't have period pains at all anymore. I come from a family that is very female-based. My mother, I have 3 siblings. I have my aunt, my cousins, all females. And that may seem like a very nice thing, But when you look at the period bill at the end of the month, it's not so beautiful, might I say. I mean, you'd be very surprised at the cost of sanitary products in South Africa. And Mina has drastically changed that in my household. And thus, money that can go elsewhere, to my education, to everything else. And not only that, but Mina has exposed me to so many things. I mean, for instance, I'm exposed to amazing young women like Sinalo who face the most difficulties but are still able to get through it with the most grace. I have learned about so many girls that have to go to school using newspapers as sanitary products. And to even imagine that is crazy, but it's a reality. And Mina comes through and changes all of that. So not only has it been a positive influence in my life, but I know that there are a lot of other girls watching this right now, and they have been drastically helped by Mina as well.
Well, feeding off that, Khomotso, and I mean, if you want to know the numbers, you can save up to 60,000 Rand over your lifetime in terms of the cost of sanitary products. It's crazy. I'm going to stay with you, Khomotso, now, because I know you are clearly very vocal about menstrual health and helping other young girls. What is your message to these young girls right now?
See, my message right now to young girls everywhere is to persevere. And more than anything, I'd like to send a message to each and every other person out there. I am a product of Mina. I am a 20-year-old law student who has been using Mina since I was 15. I am an actual tangible product of what Mina can do. And if people go out there and buy more Mina products, not only are we saving the environment because a pad takes more than 1,000 years to degrade, if ever, but we're also saving a lot of children's lives. For every Mina cup you buy, Mina donates another cup. That means you are creating another champion like myself. You're allowing another girl to not miss 50 days of school. You're allowing the statistics to dramatically decrease, thus promoting the future, a female future in South Africa, which is something quite overlooked.
Complete. Oh, you're going to make an amazing lawyer. My word. Sinola, I'm gonna close off with you. Mina tells us that you wanted to become a Mina volunteer, to take this notion a step further. Why was this important to you, and what is your message to the young women that are watching right now?
So my message goes to another disabled girl like me. Over the years, I've suffered with a lack of confidence, and through using Mina, I've gained my confidence back. I know it's easier said than done, but it can be done. Mina is a life changer, and I am also tangible evidence that it works. It really works. And I want to also let them know that your period doesn't have to bring you the worst memories. It only has to bring you the best, because it's something you can change by using Mina, which is reusable, and you can reuse for up to 5 years.
You are both amazing young women. Thank you so much for opening a window into your world and your mindset as a father to a beautiful baby girl. I'm so happy that there are role models like you in the world that she can look up to. Thank you so much for taking the time this morning to share your perspective. I really, really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Graham.
Thank you.
Change is possible, and your contribution can make all of the difference and mean the world to another young woman. You can donate to the Mina Foundation directly. You can go onto their Back a Buddy fundraiser, or you can buy a Mina for yourself and as a result have a Mina donated to a girl in need for free at no cost to you. And for all of those details, you can go and visit minacup.com. Do it now.